Hello again. Just doing another video here, just showing going to be doing a benchmark on the processor to see how it scores on Cinebench, and also going to be running IDA64 to see how hot this gets considering the type of cooling that this case has and how I set the fan curve. Okay, so this gave me a 393. Let's do an open GL. Average 49.8 FPS. Suppose it's not too bad considering what it is. Then IDA64. So this would have heated up the processor a bit for idle, but I'm not really too concerned about idle temps as opposed to stress test. Alright, so I'm going to disable the other things that I don't need to see. That CPU package, Core 1, Core 2. I'll just leave Core 1 and Core 2 here so it's easier to see the numbers. And right now I'm at about 35 Celsius. I have my air conditioner set in this room to 22 Celsius. And if it kicks up above 22 Celsius, it'll kick on the AC to bring it down to that temp, so the room temperature is going to be relatively constant. And the temperature sensor that controls it is actually not far away, so the overall temperature of the room should not be too much of a factor. Oh, it's down to 32, 33. Okay, so I'm getting really good idle temps. And keep in mind, this is going to be on stock cooling. I didn't buy an aftermarket cooler for this. So this will go to show for the people who want to get a aftermarket cooler for a locked Intel CPU. Oh, 31. Alright. Start. Oh, temperature's instantly jumped up to 40s. Ah, 50s. Actually, I'm just going to put the CPU package on. That might give it a little bit more reliable then. Gonna let this run for a bit. We're gonna come back later and see what it is, because I know this will take some time to fully saturate with heat. Although at least with this Intel stock cooler, with how tiny they are, it should not take too long. Alright, time to fast forward. Alright, welcome back. I've been running this for a while now. The highest it's hit was 62 Celsius on one of the cores. So it bounces around and then it goes back down again. So it looks like from this point on to here, it's all been pretty stable across temperatures across the whole thing. So this is not too bad considering what it is. So for a stock cooler, even though my room is 22 degrees Celsius, now let's say you live in a warmer area, and let's say it's about 35 Celsius, maybe, let's say something extreme, 40 Celsius in your house. Now, from 22 to 62, that's a delta of 40 degrees, and with thermodynamics, if my room temperature were 40 Celsius, the delta would still be the same for the cores of the processor, so it would go up to 80 Celsius on the stock cooler. Now, a room temperature of 40 Celsius is pretty extreme. We're talking Texas in the dead of summer. With absolutely no air conditioning whatsoever. Now, processors run fine when they're 80 Celsius or lower, and well, at least without affecting their lifespan at all, and then up to around 100 Celsius is where they start throttling. So as long as you're hitting 80 or lower on max load, then your processor is going to be fine as far as heat goes, and adding additional cooling for it or a different air cooler will have no real effect aside for just the noise. So you won't see it. Oh, 63 peak. Okay, that's a new high. But still, the temperatures are perfectly fine. Absolutely no issues with them. And even if you're in a warmer area, your temperature should be fine on stock cooling with a locked Intel CPU. Now, let me shut down the case. I'm going to stop this here. And instantly it just drops right down. And I'm going to show you the fan curve I have in the BIOS. Oh. That's delete, not F2. Well, at least this is quick. Just about every board I had F2 to get in the BIOS, and this one is just delete. There we go. For memory, shows the 2 4GB I have. They're running at their advertised speed. Shows my ultra cheap solid state drive. And this is my fan curve. So if I go in here to show it, I have it linked to the CPU temperature. And when this processor is 40 Celsius or lower, it'll be down at 6 volts. And it gradually increases to about 10 volts at 85 Celsius. So basically, either way it's downvolting the fan, because the maximum voltage for the fan is 12 volts. So if you're just running a case fan at the front, running it at full speed, just hooking up directly to the power supply, it's going to give you better cooling than this, but I actually bring down the fan speed just to make sure it stays quieter. And of course, I have it on auto, so if I am doing something where the processor is heating up, the fan will kick in more to get more air through there to keep it cool. So I know the system isn't going to overheat, but considering the temperatures I'm getting, I have absolutely zero worries of that to begin with. So I hope you like this system here. It should serve me well as a home theater PC. Using my old emulators all the way up from Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to PlayStation 2 should run perfectly fine on this getup. Although more modern games probably won't run unless I throw in a video card. And for all my video streaming needs, it should be just fine. Alright, take care.